So we've had a great year. Thanks to everybody for helping us through a lot of good times, a few challenges. But before we begin, we want to acknowledge one of our long-term employees who's retiring at the end of the year. So Rick, can you come on over and say a few words about Ted?
Yes. No, Trevor, you didn't get the memo? Back in the late 70s, Ted and I worked together at Eaton Corporation. And I had left in 1980 and because they were closing down the axle division on 140th Street. So Ted joined the old Equipment for Industry back in 1982, I guess, or 84. See, time flies. So Ted and I go back quite a long time, and we're going to certainly miss him. He was quite an asset back in the old Equipment for Industry days, and then here with Conveyor and Caster for the last 10 years. So he's wore many hats. He was in outside sales at one time, you know, with that outgoing, dynamic personality that he has. So Ted, come on over.
Yeah, come on over.
We won't make you speak.
No, you don't have to speak. Just come over and be. You're not in the camera, so all the remote people can't see your smiling face. So. Good.
Speech would be good though.
Speech.
And I don't know how someone can retire without having any gray hair, but there's hardly any gray hair. So I'm not sure how he's doing that, but again, Ted's been such a great asset and kind of a backbone for me over the years to support me from all of the sourcing, engineering, drawings, and things that he's done, and certainly not just me, for all of us here that have worked with him over the years. So we're really grateful for that. So certainly wish you well, and whatever you're going to do. Ted's going to actually hang out a little bit with us because in transitioning with our new engineer, we'll start in maybe mid-January. That Ted's going to work a few days a week to kind of help us transition that time frame. So on behalf of all of us, we have a gift for you. Ted always likes to gamble. So and he takes trips to Vegas. So we've got a token of appreciation for him, a gift card that he can use to take a trip to Vegas on. So
it's very fun.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Any words of wisdom for us all?
Thank you. Really. I enjoyed working with everybody here, and
Don't be a stranger.
I'll try to.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Rick, Ted. I'd like to thank everybody. Went through some tough times. Frank worked out of his home for a period of time. Thanks to the inside team, the outside team, everybody for helping Frank through that. Craig went through his challenges and is back full force. So we really have a good celebration. So thank you. Want to acknowledge Providence House and let Norma talk a little about what we've done and what we're going to do with the contributions from everybody.
First of all, I want to say thank you for everyone that's participated in contributing to the Providence House. Providence House is a crisis nursery center for neglected or abused children. And last year, we started this, instead of giving a Christmas gift, we've decided to put the money towards a good source. So last year, we had provided for 250 babies. And I'm really proud to say that we so far have raised almost $700 this year. So I am still taking donations to the end till the end of this, to the end of the day today, because I'm going to go this weekend and go get them their gift cards or whatever they need. So thank you again, everyone.
And most importantly, we've got our friends from Salvation Army, and Dad's been involved for
maybe
years.
50 years, I don't know.
So
I've been here for over 50, so it's very possible it's 50 years.
We also, you're going to share some pictures too.
Yes, Many of you know where Harbor Light is. If you don't, they're at East 18th and Prospect. And this last year, they've been building a new structure to put the women's shelter and other programs in this building. And I had the opportunity recently, a couple weeks ago, I think, to visit the new facility because it is opening and operating. And Bo was able to get some pictures, so we're going to see some pictures. And part of what we're doing, I think, Bo, is not going to put some furniture into one of these rooms.
Yeah. So when you go down 18th Street, that's 18th Street, so that's the Harbor Light building. And that is a 150,000 square foot building that Al actually remembers when we recently purchased it, because that was
From the YWCA.
That was in 1970 when we purchased it. And I hate to tell you this, but I wasn't even born at that time. So.
A lot of people in this room were.
And then that building there is a new 30,000 square foot building, and that's the new family shelter. And part of that family shelter, there are rooms in the middle of that, and each of those rooms are like living rooms for the families. And so, if you, I don't know if they're.
I think you do have those pictures.
You go down, yeah. So that's a living room, right there. And so when you can look down. We have 2 living room areas, and you can look actually down from the 2nd floor to the 1st floor to see. And so we have seating in there, and then a TV on the wall, and then we have a room about that same size as well on the 2nd floor. All right. And one of the challenges that we had once you finish construction and all that, we're like, wait a second, we need to remember some furnishings for the rooms. And so we have pretty sparse furnishings right now. And so thanks to you guys, we're going to be able to improve the furnishings in those areas. And so every single one of those rooms that's a client room has their own space. So there's 2 bunk beds, so you could serve 4 or 6 people in a room, and they all have their own individual bathroom. And they all feed out to the center space where the living room area is. And so hopefully in about a month or so now, we'll be able to have a lot more furnishing in those areas. And just so you guys are aware, we have 65 to 70 kids in our family shelter at any given time. Tonight we have 118 people that are staying in our family shelter. There are some times when mothers need to be away for a little bit, and we can't care for those kids while they're in the shelter because we just don't have the staff capacity to do that. So in those instances when we not able to care for those kids, we actually work with Providence House to do that. And that's something that's been in line long before I've been in existence. So there really is a cohesive network in Cleveland of work and all that. And it's only because of people like you that we're able to do what we do. And so truly from the bottom of my heart to the Conveyor Caster family, the Stowe family, God bless you guys, because it's really amazing what you guys do, and thank you for continuing to support us. So.
And what you should know is, I don't remember exactly, but I think you're almost 200,000 meals a year.
Yeah, this last year will be about 185,000 meals a year.
Think of that, and this is, if you go on past the structure, just the amount of people that they help and serve every day is unbelievable, and the nights is pretty.
Yeah, so actually I misquoted it. So the nights is about 140 to 145,000 nights this year, and our meals will be over 380,000 meals.
I guarantee it's bigger than any hotel or facility in Cleveland. So that's what good these people do. So we certainly thank you, and we're delighted to be part of it, whatever little part we are. And it's an exciting thing, and this building is unbelievable to me. It's something we dreamed of, and it separates the programs a little bit, so it makes a lot of people happy. And saying that, I don't think there was ever a problem that I remember.
No major problems.
So, anyways, do you want me to give the check?
Yeah,
now?
so this year, we almost had 100% participation. We have a record amount of giving, and we're proud to present to
Bo, a check for $11,000.
Wow, that's awesome. That's truly amazing, guys. And
We can see our furniture in there in a couple months.
yes,
Yes.
Well,
That'd be great.
so the idea is that we're going to basically be able to double the amount of furniture that's going to be in that space, and that'll be nice. And the other part that's interesting, if you keep it on that screen, so there's a room 220 there, right? But if you notice that there's a sign on that door that says open after 15 seconds. On the other side of that door is actually an apartment unit, all right? And that apartment unit, we actually work with young ladies, mostly young ladies who are victims of human trafficking. All right, and so on the other side of that door is where that apartment unit is. And so far within the last 2 weeks, we've had 2 ladies that we've needed to house in that unit. One of them was at the ripe old age of 18 years old and 2 days. And unfortunately had been a victim for 4 years of trafficking. And so she was a young African-American girl, and just, I can't imagine what she's seen in her life, but I thank God that we were able to provide a space for her. And then we had another young lady that came in just a few days ago, and that's actually right on the other side of that door that you were seeing there.
So in celebration and tradition, we've asked Bo to do some Christmas music with us.
So we got, first is what, Feliz Navidad? And then think of another one, all right? And
Dietrich, do you have one this year?
come on.
Rudolph.
Rudolph? You want me to do Feliz first or Rudolph first? All right, are you singing? Are you going to be singing it loud?
Turd? Yeah.
Is this being recorded for the people out there?
It is.
Turn that mic on.
Oh.
Hit the button.
No, it's good. He's got to be singing.
While Bo is playing and Joan is sitting, I'm going to pass out each individual what you gave to the Salvation Army, so you have a record of it. Keep in mind it did come out pre-tax, so it's really for your own records, and you can't take it again as a tax.
And while Bo's playing, Bo, talk about the kettle program and
So,
what that does for you and where you're at.
So, just normally I'm out on a kettle, and so that's why I'm in this. And so right now, to be honest with you, I'm like sweating galore. So if you see a little bit of shine on the dome, you know. But yeah, so I actually am blessed to be able to do a kettle in the mornings at Tower City, and our kettle goal for Salvation Army in Cleveland this year is about $722,000. It is $4,000 more than last year. And right to date, we're behind by about 15 or 20%. And so when you're walking by and you're seeing the people in front of Dave's or Giant Eagle or whatever, if you could throw an extra couple of coins in the pot, it would really, really help us out. And that helps with programs throughout the entire year. So it's not just at Christmas, for Christmas, it helps with the kids programs, the seniors programs, the shelter programs throughout the entire year. So, and this, though, helps a lot too. So,
So while he's playing, I'm going to walk a kettle around. Where's the
Okay.
kettle? Do you have it?
right there, right there. And then what did you say you wanted to hear?
Rudolph.
Rudolph, are you going to sing it?
No.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Sorry, no,
You should put
sorry.
it during lunch, because we don't have money in
Okay.
ours right now.
play?
Joe, I have two or three favorites. My first favorite is All Holy Night. And when you think about Christmas, we think about what the meaning of Christmas is, and that really exemplifies it. But one of the ones a lot of people ask on the kettle is Joy to the World, but they don't realize what the lyrics are or the words are of the song. So when you think about it, really think about that. Joy to the world, the Lord has come. So you want to play that? You want me to play that one?
Yeah.
You wanna sing it, Jeff?
Nope.
I think you should put the mic in it.
Not happening.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was great. Does anybody else have a
Come
request?
on, stump me.
What was your other favorite one?
Oh, Holy Night. But
We'll finish with that. We need another request.
Father Christmas.
What's that?
Father Christmas.
I don't, never heard that one. How does that one go?
Greg Lake.
What?
Greg Lake. Father Christmas.
I've never heard that one before. I'm sorry.
You stumped him.
You stumped me. What you got?
Just asking a question.
Who's that, Silent Night?
Charlie Brown Christmas.
I don't even know that. Is that the piano one?
Yeah.
So that's the other one is there's one by James Brown called Santa Claus is Coming to the Ghetto. I've been trying to find that one on YouTube and I can't find it. So I don't know that one. But we said, what did you say? Silent Night?
Yeah.
Silent Night. All right.
We had one request from
Uh-oh.
remote. Can we
Kenny's?
play this Steelers fight song?
No, I don't know what this is.
And no, we wouldn't let you play it.
I was gonna say, this is the one that I got this one.
The three watching remote are out.
A lot of people want the Michigan fight song. I'm like, that.
Oh, no.
Get somebody excited over there.
can play it
House shade, and you didn't hang on
Happy
to
Hanukkah.
What's that?
Adam Sandler's Happy Hanukkah for those.
What was that?
Adam Sandler's Happy Hanukkah.
I don't know that one.
But do you know Hang On Slippy?
I do, but it doesn't sound good with only the horns.
Okay, all right.
So,
Any other requests? One more? Yeah, I have one.
do you mind if I take my jacket?
Yeah, no, please.
I'm lost.
Yes.
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman? The Snowman? All right. Was that
You want to finish up with?
a holy night?
Sure.
You, of course, you saved the hardest for last. This actually is it's beautiful if it's done right, but I never feel like I do it justice. So.
thank you to Bo and all of you for participating. And thank you to Janet and Craig Kaiser who provided lunch today.
Wow.
Janet wanted to thank all of us for being part of their family and what they went through this year, so.
And one more quick announcement for next year for the Salvation Army. Craig did send out everybody, to verify our campaign for next year for 2017. If you didn't respond or want to keep it the same, we'll keep it the same. But if somebody wasn't giving or they didn't want to change it, please see Craig or I, and we'll make sure we get it in payroll. And again, these don't specify the amount. If you want to know the amount that you did give, we have that. But it is already pre-tax, so you did not pay tax on the giving, which is
Tiny last check.
it is on your last check.
And I think that we had to do those letters before the last check. So
Yeah,
that's
so
what it was.
it's a generic, thank you letter, not the amount, but, thank you.
God bless you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.